Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Albuquerque, specifically Valley High School, as we get ready for Game 2 of this best-of-3 opening round series in the 2023 NMAA Nucinda Federal Credit Union Baseball State Tournament. Today's broadcast from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports, brought to you by Areola Chiropractic, IPS Incorporated, the Norley Hospital District, Eunice Pump and Supply, Lasco Construction, Bob's Thriftway, the Lee County Electric Cooperative, and Western States Insurance. Today's game is being broadcast with rights purchased by New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square and agreed upon by both schools participating today. I'm TJ Miracle as the Wildcats look to bounce back after a tough one yesterday, losing in Game 1 of this best-of-3 series, 18-3, the final. So for the Wildcats today, it is do or die time, win or go home. And we certainly hope that we have two games for you today. As we get ready for the start of this one, we will give you the starting lineups for your Lovington Wildcats. Leading off and playing second base will be Cesar Salinas. Hitting second, playing shortstop, Luis Garcia. Batting in the 3 spot and playing in right field, Micah Pondo. Batting fourth and taking the hill today is Jonathan Aceves. Batting fifth and catching, Jaden Hernandez. Batting sixth and playing first will be Ethan Gonzalez. Batting seventh is the third baseman, Ryan Weiser. Batting eighth and playing in left field will be Patrick Sanchez. And batting ninth and playing in center will be Cameron Ochoa. For the Valley Vikings, their leadoff hitter will be Chris Lance. He'll be playing in center field today. Lance was the winning pitcher in yesterday's affair. Batting second is the shortstop, Jaden Martinez. Batting third and playing second base will be Jaden Cockerham. Batting fourth is the DH, Robbie Nunez. He'll be hitting in place of the left fielder, Luis Gomez. Batting fifth and pitching is the ace of this Valley staff, Alex Gilliam. Batting sixth, playing first, Caden Hohola. Batting seventh is the right fielder, Ricky Henderson. Batting eighth and catching here in this morning affair, it'll be Camden Barth, and batting in the 9 slot and playing in third base will be Caden Barth. So the teams meeting, the two coaches, I should say, meeting at the home plate as we get ready for the start of this one. Thanks to Max back in studio, keeping an eye and an ear on things for us today. Of course, another full day of sports from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports going on about 20 miles or so from here over in Rio Rancho. The Hobbs Eagles are getting ready for Game 2 of their best-of-3 series over on the Hobbs Sports YouTube channel. Alan and Ron have that. No pictures allowed in that one, but you can catch the audio again on the Hobbs Sports YouTube channel or HobbsAmerica.com if you're a Lovington faithful, and I certainly am glad that you're here. Of course, we've got the Lady Cats softball game coming up later this morning in about an hour from the friendly confines of Lady Cat Field. Dawn Morgan will have the call on that. You'll be able to watch that on our sister channel, the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel. So the Lovington Lady Cats today on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel, and of course also available at HobbsAmerica.com. For the Wildcats in this one today, they are wearing the white unis with the blue letters and numbers, of course the blue pinstripes, and Wildcats in script on the front, the white and blue lids. For the Valley Vikings, they are in the maroon tops with the white pants and the gold letters and numbers that say VHS on the front. And, of course, the maroon caps. The Wildcats come into this one now at 11-15 on the year, but more importantly, 0-1 in the playoffs. For the Valley Vikings, they are now 19-8 on the season and 1-0 in this best-of-3 series. So if you're the Lovington Wildcats, you just got to put yesterday behind you. You started off in a good way. You've got to find a way to manufacture some runs. Going to be tough with Gilliam on the hill. Again, as mentioned, he is the ace, and I believe he was the MVP of the district. So a tough pitcher for Lovington to face. But if they can find a way to get to him and get to him early, put pressure on the base paths, it should be a good morning for the Wildcats. Should the Wildcats pull out the win in this one? And if you're a Wildcat fan, you certainly hope they do. If you're a Valley fan, you certainly hope they don't. But Lovington can knock off Gilliam and the Valley Vikings today in Game 1. Of course, about 30 minutes after the conclusion of the first game, we will have game number 2. So long discussion going on at home plate between this 3-person umpiring crew and the coaches. as they are preparing, I guess, to bring out the Vikings from their locker room behind their dugout. Of course, Valley, very nice field, and we'd like to say a big thanks to the athletic department here at Valley High School, including Coach, their athletic director. Her name escapes me right now. I apologize for that. And Coach Kuhn making it very easy for us to set up and making sure we've got power and a place to sit. We definitely appreciate that. As they announce the starters onto the field, of course, we will be moving through and getting ready for this one. The winner of this game will move on into next week's state tournament, which will take place this year at a new complex that they've built over by Community Stadium here on the west side of town. So Lovington hopes they get to play in that new complex over there. Of course, this year a little bit different. No games at Isotopes Park this year, and only the 4A and 5A will be at Santa Ana Star Field over at UNM for their championship game. So a little bit different with that. As the team's heading out to the lines, the umpires they're all shaking hands with each other and with the coaches. Coach Kuhn, Coach Ariola getting ready for the start of this one. We will have your national anthem coming up here in just a couple of minutes, so we'll take a timeout and return Lovington Wildcat Baseball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington. Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat and Valley Viking Baseball, the opening round of the 2023 NMAA State Baseball Tournament. The Vikings lead this best-of-3 series 1-0. I'm TJ Miracle. Great to have you with us, as the Wildcats, of course, are the visiting team. It'll be Salinas, Garcia, Pondo, Aceves, Hernandez, Gonzalez, Weiser, Sanchez, and then Ochoa. Nick Pata is out for at least this first game. Hope that he is all right. Looked like he was in his civvies, so maybe nursing a little bit of an injury there. Didn't have a chance to talk to Coach Ariola about that. It was a very late lineup change. For Valley, they have got their ace, Alex Gilliam, on the hill. Another lefty for the Wildcats to face. They had a little trouble yesterday with Lance, who's playing in center field, only getting 4 hits in that ball game. but they haven't had too much trouble with lefties so far this year until yesterday, and hopefully that trend will continue today of them not having trouble. For Valley in the field, Gilliam and Barth, they are your battery. Hohola, Cockerham, Martinez, and Barth. Around the infield from first to third, Gomez, Lance, and Henderson in the outfield from left to right. And the umpire giving them ample time to get warmed up. Of course, we are having to shoot through the screening here, and we are in direct sunlight, so the camera may go a little wonky from time to time. Just going to go ahead and warn you right now, we will do what we can to keep it as good as we can for you. So Salinas will step in and ready to go in this one. Cesar yesterday went 1 for 3, had a single to lead off the game and scored Lovington's first run. Then a couple of long flyouts. So here we go as the lefty Gilliam on the hill, and Salinas digs in, and we are underway. Opening round of the playoffs, game 2 of this best-of-3 series, and the first one will be low for ball number 1. So the 1-ball, no strike count. Gilliam kicks and fires, and that one will be at the top of the zone at the letters, and the count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Outfield playing deep. Infield pretty well their normal positions as the wind and the pitch, and that one going to be right down the heart of the plate, called strike 2. Barth on at the front of the grass over at third. As Gilliam ready, and will deal the 1-2. That one will be high and even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dimensions here at Cordova Field. Well, we'll get to those in just a minute as Gilliam with the kick and the 2-2 pitch, and that one will be just low for ball 3. And that will work the count full to Cesar to start things off. So a 3-ball, 2 strike count. Full count as Gilliam kicks and delivers, swung on and missed as Salinas takes a hack at it, but comes up empty. And there is one away for the Wildcats. 325 down the left field line. It is 360 to the left center power alley, 365 to straightaway center, 340 the right center power alley, and a little bit of a short porch on the right side of things, 305 down the right field line. So now it'll be Luis Garcia hitting from the left side, so a lefty on lefty duel, and the first pitch to Luis, a cutting fastball, and that will be on the outside corner, called strike 1. The 0-1 pitch, and that one will be a shot over towards the shortstop. It'll be handled deep in the hole and firing across the diamond, and in time to get it. A strong throw from Martinez to Hohola, who had to stretch out to get it, and got the speedy Garcia 6-3 for out number 2. So 2 down for the Wildcats on a good play deep in the hole at short for Martinez. As Luis got hit it hard, but unfortunately right at Martinez, who made a strong throw. So that'll be Micah Pondo to the plate as Gilliam ready to deal. And the first one to Micah, that one is going to be popped up over on the right side and will head out of play for strike number 1. So a 0-ball, 1 strike count, 2 down for the Cats. We are in the top of the first do-or-die game. Game 2 of this best-of-3 series, and the pitch swung on, and that'll be a chopper handled at second, and it'll be muffed at second. Still coming up with it in time, but not in time to make the throw. Cockerham, I think, was thinking about throwing it to try and get the speedy Pondo, and just kind of booted it a little bit, so it'll be an E4, and the Wildcats have a man on. So runner at first, 2 down. Lovington going to try and get a 2-out rally going as Jonathan Aceves checks in. Jonathan pitching here in game number 2 would like to help his own cause here. As Gilliam from the stretch checks the runner, comes to the plate, and that one will be up and away for ball 1. So the 1-ball, no strike count. Pondo at first, reached on the error. It's a little bit of a leadoff over there as Hohola holds him on. And the pitch and up high, and that will be ball number 2. So the 2-ball, no strike count. Aceves, the cleanup hitter, as timeout asked for. Barth will head out and have a quick word with Gilliam. While we've got a moment, big thanks to our friends at Western States Insurance, the Lee County Electric Cooperative, Bob's Thriftway, Lasco Construction, Eunice Pump and Supply, the Norley Hospital District, IPS Incorporated, and Areola Chiropractic, and all the good folks you see there at the bottom of your screen, making Lovington Wildcat and Lady Cat sports possible all season long. We appreciate all those folks, and we appreciate you watching and listening wherever you happen to be. So a 2-0 count as the meeting at the mound breaks up. Runner at first is Pondo. Not much of a lead over there. Ahola holds him on. Gilliam from the stretch, the deep breath, the big kick, and that one is going to be high, and that will get away from Barth, and the passed ball will allow Pondo to move to second, and now it's a 3-0 count to Aceves. Jonathan, the leading hitter for the Wildcats, actually second leading hitter, 386 on the season. Yesterday, Aceves went 0 for 2. He did walk and have credit for an RBI. So a 3-ball, no strike count. Be interesting to see if the take sign will be on here. And the pitch, and it was not, and Aceves will pop that one up into the netting. So he had the green light, he had it go, and just misfired on it a little bit. So a 3-ball, 1 strike count. Aceves going to choke up on the bat a little bit, looks like. Nope, now he goes back to the bottom. Pondo with the big lead off second. Martinez shading over to keep him honest. Gilliam takes the long look in. And now he'll deal the 3-1, swung on and missed. Got him late breaking curveball, and will run the count full to Aceves. So Jonathan steps out, takes the deep breath, and now he will come back in. So it is a 3-ball, 2 strike count. The wind and the payoff pitch swung on and missed as Jonathan takes a hack and comes up empty. And so Lovington puts a man on but can't move him around. After a half inning, Lovington 0 and Valley coming to bat. This is Wildcat Baseball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Norley Hospital District proudly announces they now offer extended hours in both Lovington and Hobbs Medical Clinics for all of your minor injuries, minor illnesses, and minor wounds. Norley is working diligently to better serve you. Call ahead for appointments for Lovington Medical Clinic Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Call 575-396-6611, 396-6611. And for Hobbs Medical Clinic Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Call 575-433-3000, 433-3000. Norley Hospital District, united in service, trusted for life.
For the Wildcats in the top of the first, no runs, no hits, 1 error committed by Valley, and 1 runner left stranded. We head to the bottom of the first inning, and leading it off for the Valley Vikings will be Chris Lance. He is their leadoff hitter as the scorebug has decided it hates me. There we go. All right, there we go. So Chris Lance will lead it off. He'll be followed by Jaden Martinez. Then Jaden Cockerham. Pardon me. For your Wildcats in the field, Jonathan Aceves is on the hill. Jaden Martinez, as all season, is his battery mate. Infield from first to third will be Gonzalez, Salinas, Garcia, and Weiser. Outfield left to right will be Sanchez, Ochoa, and Pondo. So, of course, Gonzalez getting the start at first with Nick Pata out. Game 2 of this best-of-3 series. The Valley Vikings with the 1-0 lead in the series. Lovington going to try and shut them down and do what they can to force a deciding Game 3. Should we have a Game 3, it will be about 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one. Well, Aceves is still taking his warm-ups. They're giving these pitchers a long time to warm up. Of course, Jonathan, a very deliberate worker on the hill. But let's see how that affects the Vikings. A lot of teams do not like a much slower delivery and a much slower setup time. So it'll be Chris Lance to lead it off for Valley. Got the win in yesterday's ball game on the hill. As Jonathan will look in, gets the sign from Jaden. Now he's ready to go. He'll go to the far right side of the mound and the kick and the pitch, and that one is on the outside corner, called strike 1. Jonathan with a good fastball, pretty good curveball, good changeup. Does have a cutter. He doesn't use it very often. And so it's a no ball, 1 strike count as the pitch to Lance swung on and missed as he'll just run that one by the righty center fielder. Bats right, hits left. or rather plays field left. Pitches left. So it's a no ball, 2 strike count. Chavez going to kick and deal, and that fastball had a little zip on it, but will miss outside. And we'll make it a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Jonathan trying to get Lance to chase. He would not. Outfield playing deep, infield pretty much their normal positions. Jonathan ready to deal with the high kick and the pitch. That fastball will be high. And the count evens up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. So a 2 ball, 2 strike count. Jonathan has what he wants, says yep. He starts high, then he comes low. And the 2-2 pitch swung on and missed. Ring him up and sit him down as Lance goes down swinging, and there is 1 down here in this bottom of the first inning. So that'll bring Jaden Martinez to the plate, the righty shortstop for the Valley Vikings. Martinez yesterday went 2 for 3. One of those 2, though, was a grand slam home run, so he's got some power. So now it'll be Martinez versus Aceves. Aceves will kick and fire in the first pitch, outside corner. There was that cutter. Don't see it often, but when you do see it, it's got that late movement on it. And it's a no ball, 1 strike count. So the 0-1 count. Aceves ready to go, nobody on, 1 out. And the 0-1 pitch on the way to Martinez, swung on, and that one is hit high in the air to deep center field. Going back is Ochoa, and about 10 feet in front of the wall will make the grab. So Martinez gives it a ride, but comes up short, and there are 2 down for Valley here in their half of the first. So that'll bring up Jaden Cockerham, the second baseman for the Vikings. Cockerham yesterday went 2 for 2. Reached base all 4 times he was up. Walked a couple of times yesterday. And the first pitch from Aceves, and that one will be low in the turf for ball number 1. All turf field here at Valley, except for the mound. And Jaden has what he wants, or sends out what he wants to Jonathan as Aceves ready to go. And the 1-0 pitch, and that one will be a fastball at the knees, outside corner. And it evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count, 2 down. Cockerham at the plate. Aceves on the mound. Takes the deep breath. And the 1-1 pitch on the way. That fastball inside corner, work him inside out. Or in this case, outside in. He goes from the outside corner to the inside corner, and it'll be a called strike 2. So the 1 ball, 2 strike count. As Hernandez sets up. And the 1-2 pitch, that one going to be in the turf. And the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just a reminder, coming up here in about 45 minutes on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. Lovington Lady Cats will be in action against Moriarty, their opening round playoff game. 2-2 pitch on the way, swung on and getting just a piece of that one to stay alive. So Cockerham gets a piece of it and will stay alive. And we will reset at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the 2 ball, 2 strike count. As Aceves will deal and swung on and missed, ring him up and sit him down. 1-2-3 go the Valley Vikings after an inning, no score. As Wildcat Baseball will continue in a moment from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
IPS Incorporated is a proud member of this community. IPS is the turnkey solution in the oil patch. One call to IPS for your upstream and midstream solutions, comprising of dirt work, electrical, pumping, and crane service, plus your automation and control, is all handled with 1 call. 1 call for every aspect of your oil and gas project. Google IPS Hobbs or simply call 393-1417. IPS, the turnkey 1 call oil and gas company.
Dust blowing and the change of weather causes you to feel yucky. Sinus infections, congestion, or even just a routine cold. Chiropractic care can help you. Areola Chiropractic Center helps patients feel their best. See for yourself. Check out Areola Chiropractic Center's Facebook page. Areola Chiropractic Center, helping patients feel better, 1 spine at a time.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
And welcome back to Wildcat Baseball in the playoffs from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. I'm TJ Miracle. Great to have you along. Valley goes 1-2-3, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on in the bottom of the first. So we head to the second with no score in this one. It'll be Jaden Hernandez, Ethan Gonzalez, and Ryan Weiser. So it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Wildcats. So Gilliam, a quick worker, back on the hill, ready to go. As Hernandez will step in, the catcher for the Cats will take the first one high for ball number 1. So it's a 1-ball, no strike count. Gilliam gets the ball back and quickly gets back to work. And the 1-0 pitch, and that one is going to come across the plate and sweep in low for ball number 2. So the 2-ball, no strike count. And the 2-0 pitch to Hernandez, that one will be low for ball number 3. So a 3-ball, no strike count. The Vikings win this first game today. They will move on into the quarterfinals next Thursday. If the Cats can win this first game, they will force a game 2. And the 3-0 pitch, that one right down the pipe, takes sign on for Hernandez. And that'll make it a 3-ball, 1-strike count. Gilliam back to work. The 3-1 pitch swung on, and that one is popped up and heading out of play. And that'll run the count full to Hernandez. Jaden yesterday reached on a fielder's choice and then had a hard line out to the second baseman. And the payoff pitch, and that one will be a chop shot. Cockerham landed it deep in the hole at second, comes up in time to fire it over to Hohola at first. 4-3 for out number 1. So 1 down for the Wildcats, and that will bring Ethan Gonzalez to the plate. Ethan normally the DH, but today getting the start at first. Then yesterday, 0 for 1, walked in the second, and then grounded into a fielder's choice. First pitch to Gonzalez, and that one is going to be in there, called strike 1. So the no-ball, 1-strike count. We are in the top of the second inning, no score in the 0-1 pitch. Good curveball as Gonzalez goes over the top of strike number 2. Ethan on the season batting .373 from the DH position. As ready to go, Gilliam, the 0-2 swung on and gets just a piece of it. Nope, he got a piece of it, but right into the glove of Barth. So it'll be the 3rd K of the ball game for Gilliam, and there are 2 down now for the Wildcats. That'll be Ryan Weiser to the plate. 308 on the season. 0 for 1 yesterday, struck out and was hit by a pitch. And the first pitch from Gilliam, and Ryan will take that one outside for ball number 1. 1-ball, no strike count, 2 down, nobody on. No score here in the top of the second inning. Do or die for the Wildcats. As Gilliam will deal, and that one will run inside. And had some movement on it. And leaving it up at 1 ball and 1 strike. A pretty good pitch there from Gilliam, to be sure. And the 1-1, and that curveball swung on and missed. It's a good late movement. And that'll make it a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Gilliam is their number 1 pitcher, of course, for Valley. And one of the best high school twirlers in the state, to be sure. And the 1-2 curveball swung on and missed as Weiser will go down swinging. And the Cats go down 1-2-3 in the second after an inning and a half. No score. Wildcat Playoff Baseball continues in a moment on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat Baseball from here in Albuquerque at Valley High School, opening round of the 2023 NMAA State Baseball Tournament. The Cats go 1-2-3, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on in the top of the second. We head to the bottom of the second. It'll be Robbie Nunez, Alex Gilliam, and Caden Hohola to the plate, so right through the heart, 4-5-6. Yesterday, Nunez, the biggest cat killer of them all, as he went 3 for 4 with a grand slam home run and then a 2-run shot. He really put paid to that, so you've got to watch Nunez. He is hitting over 600 on the season. One of the best hitters, probably the best hitter for these Valley Vikings. So on the hill, Aceves will deal, and fastball swung on, and that one's coming back into the screen for strike one. Oh, no ball, 1 strike count. Just underway, bottom of the second, no score. Nunez trying to make this a 1-0 game with 1 swing. He just came up under it, so it's a no ball, 1 strike count. Taking the long look in. Aceves ready, and the 0-1 pitch, curveball, and doesn't break enough. And the count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. As Nunez settles back in, Jonathan ready. And the kick and the pitch, and that one will be low and away for ball number 2. With 2 ball, 1 strike count. So a 2-1 count. Jonathan gets the sign from Hernandez, who sets up on the inner half, and 2-1 pitch, and that one runs away and will be outside, ball 3. So a 3 ball, 1 strike count. If you lose Nunez, it's not the world's worst thing if you're the Cats. And Jonathan gets the sign, takes the deep breath, and the 3-1 pitch, fastball swung on, and that one is heading to the parking lot, and we'll run the count full to 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nunez, Gilliam, Hohola up this inning for Valley. After that'll be Henderson, Barth, and Barth. So a 3 ball, 2 strike count. Taking the look in, and timeout asked for by Nunez. He'll step out and reset. So Jonathan, he's ready to go. In the wind and the payoff pitch, and that one will be up and away, ball 4. So Nunez will work the leadoff walk, and that'll bring up Alex Gilliam to the plate. Gilliam pitching here in this game today. Yesterday, he went 0 for 1, but walked 3 times and scored once. Then Gilliam, the lefty, bats left, throws left. And pitching in today's game, hitting out of the number 5 spot. As Aceves from the stretch checks the runner at first. And the first pitch swung on, and that one's into the parking lot, strike 1. Oh, no ball, 1 strike count. Valley trying to get something started here in the bottom of the second, which is where they started doing their damage yesterday. Gonzalez will hold on Nunez over at first. Jonathan checks on that runner, checks him again. And the 0-1, that one is going to sail and goes all the way back to the screen. Nunez not moving. And that'll even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. As Aceves going to get the ball as the umpire wants to check on that. So I guess they decided that baseball's fine as Jonathan gets back on the hill, goes to the right side of the rubber. So runner at first, nobody out, in a 1-1 count to Gilliam at the plate. Jonathan takes his time, and the 1-1 and that fastball outside corner belt high will run the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nunez stands at first after working the leadoff walk. Gilliam at the plate with the 1 ball, 2 strike count. You got to think he will be in protection mode. Taking the long check over. And the 1-2 pitch, and that one is going to run inside corner. Called strike. That should have been called strike 3. Yes, it was. Ring him up and sit him down. Gilliam will go down looking. Third K of the ball game. Dealt by Aceves, and there is one down for Valley. So now to be Caden Hohola to the plate. Hohola yesterday went 0 for 3. Walked and scored, reached on an error and score. Also stole the base. So Hohola will step in, 1 on, 1 out. Aceves from the stretch. Runner at first is Nunez. And the pitch, and that one is going to be up and in for ball number 1. So the 1 ball, no strike count. Infield at double play depth as Gonzalez holds on Nunez over at first. Jonathan takes a long look over. Now he'll set at the belt. Checks the runner again. And the 1-0 pitch swung on, and that one is going to be popped up and is heading out to the park next door, and the count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. Nobody across home plate yet. No score. Valley with 1 down has their first runner of the game, standing at first in Nunez, who worked the leadoff walk. Gonzalez holds him on. Jonathan looks over, looks again. So Aceves ready, and the 1-1 pitch, and that one is going to be in the turf. Nice job by Hernandez to block it out, and that'll make it a 2 ball, 1 strike count. So a 2-1 delivery on the way from Aceves. No score. With a runner at first. Aceves takes the long look in. Now he'll look over at first. And he has not a huge threat to go, as Hohola says, yep, this is taking way too long. So just step out, and now he'll step back in. Aceves is a very deliberate worker, especially with men on. And it's a 2 ball, 1 strike count at the plate. And the 2-1 pitch, and that one is going to be up and in, ball 3. So a 3-1 count. To Hohola, the number 6 hitter, Ricky Henderson, waits on deck. So a 3 ball, 1 strike count. Hohola at the plate. Aceves checks and is ready, and the 3-1 pitch up high, ball 4. And Hohola will work the 1-out walk. That moves Nunez to second, Hohola to first. And so now that will bring the number 7 hitter, Ricky Henderson, to the plate. I wonder if he's named after the Oakland A's Hall of Famer. So Henderson will step in with 2 on and 1 out. Henderson yesterday went 3 for 3. Scored a couple of runs in that contest. So runners at first and second. Just 1 down. Lovington going to be looking for something on the ground to try and turn a double play. As Jonathan takes the deep breath and will deal, and that pitch will come inside, ball 1. So the 1 ball, no strike count to Henderson at the plate. Valley putting a little pressure on the Wildcats. Aceves trying to get out of a bit of a jam here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. No score in this one. Hohola leads off at first. Nunez leads off at second. And the 1-0 pitch, and that fastball is going to be on the outside corner. Nips the black, and leaving things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. As the netting has apparently moved my camera. I apologize about that, so we'll get back on the action there. There we go, I think. It'll be a 1 ball, 1 strike count to Henderson at the plate. And they're going to call the balk on Aceves. So the balk will move everybody around. That has been a bit of an issue for the Wildcats this season, as Jaden will come out and talk to his battery mate. If the Cats can find a way to pick off this first game, game 3 would take place about a half hour after this one. And in just about a half hour, of course, the Lovington Lady Cats will be in action on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel. And so now back from the regular wind to Chavez ready. And he will kick and deal, and that one will be high to Henderson, ball 2. So the 2-ball, 1-strike count. Ahola at second, Nunez at third, 1 down. Valley trying to find a way to break out here in the second, break open this 0-0 ball game. Lovington trying to keep it from happening. Hernandez sets, Chavez ready, and the 2-1 pitch, fastball, and that one with some late movement is going to be low for ball 3. And with 3-ball, 1-strike count, Camden Barth waits on deck for Valley. And right now, Aceves needs to find a way to not lose the number 7 hitter in the lineup. And the 3-1 pitch, and that one will be away. Ball 4, 3 walks in the inning, have walked the bases loaded. And that will bring up Camden Barth to the plate. Barth catching here in this ball game. Yesterday, Barth had a 2-run shot. He went 1 for 2 in the ball game, walked and scored a couple of runs, including that home run. Now Barth will step in, his brother on deck. Now Camden Barth will step in with the bases loaded, and Aceves in a whole lot of trouble right now. Bases loaded, just 1 out. Number 8 hitter at the plate. As Jonathan will kick, and the first pitch is fastball, but it is going to miss away. For ball 1, the Lovington faithful not liking it. The Valley faithful thinking, yep, it missed. Pretty close, but in the interest of honesty, I thought maybe just a touch outside. So the 1-ball, no strike count. Chavez back to just the regular windup. And the 1-0 pitch, and that one swung on and missed. Good high fastball on the inside corner, evens things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1-1 count. Barth settles back in as Aceves gets his sign. And the 1-1 pitch on the way. That'll be high for ball number 2. Aceves got the top of the order 1, 2, 3 in the first, but has struggled a little bit to find the strike zone here in the second. Very similar to what we saw yesterday. And the 2-1 pitch on the way, and that one is going to get spiked as Hernandez blocks it out to keep everybody right where they are, and it'll be ball 3. Henderson at first, Ahola at second, Nunez at third. And now a 3-2 count. Barth, you're probably looking for something to drive here. And if you're Aceves, you're looking for a way to get something by him. 3-1 pitch on the way, and that fastball will come inside. Strike 2 as Barth was heading down to first. Never a good idea to take off before the ump makes the call, just saying. So a 3-ball, 2-strike count. That'll run it full to the number 8 hitter, Camden Barth. Lovington trying to get out of a jam here. Aceves will twirl the payoff pitch. That one will be high, ball 4. And Barth will have the RBI walk. And Valley will draw first blood as they take the 1-0 lead. And so now that'll bring Caden Barth to the plate as Coach Robert Areola takes a trot out to the mound, wants to talk to Aceves. 1-0 is the score from here at Valley High School in Cordova Field. Well, we've got a moment. Say a big thank you to our friends at Areola Chiropractic, IPS Incorporated, Norley Hospital District, Eunice Pump and Supply, Lasco Construction, Bob's Thriftway, Lee County Electric Cooperative, and Western States Insurance, making it possible for us to bring you these ball games. Also a big thanks to everybody you see there at the bottom of your screen for making Wildcat Sports, Wildcat and Lady Cat Sports possible all season long. As Coach Areola talking with the home plate umpire, he trots back into the dugout. So 1 run across for Valley, 1 down, but the bases are still loaded. Ahola now at third, Henderson at second, and Camden Barth at first. And actually that'll be Dylan Leskew running for Barth. And Leskew running as the courtesy runner for the catcher. And now Barth, that's Caden Barth at the plate. So the meeting at the mound is over. As Aceves with the deep breath, and he will deal, swung on, and that'll be a slow roller coming up into second. They'll get the run home, and the ball is going to be thrown away, so that'll get another run home as they missed the force out over at third. So it'll be an RBI single, an RBI fielder's choice, I should say. So Caden Barth stands at first. And cashed in Hohola. Then Henderson came around on the E4 as Salinas trying to turn it quickly. Camden Barth was out on the ground out, and Caden Barth leads. But 2 more runs have come across for Valley, and that'll make it a 3-0 ball game. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. So Vikings on the corners with runners at first and third. I can get the netting to cooperate with me here. Runners at first and third. As Ariola going to come out, and he wants to have a word with the umpire once again. Well, Coach Ariola still discussing with the home plate umpire. So again, while they're having their discussion, I think maybe they can argue interference as they're going to check in and they want to talk to the field umpire. Yeah, I think they are going to talk interference on Barth going up to try and break up the double play. So it turns the lineup over to Chris Lance. Now, if the double play happens, a run comes off the board. Actually, 2 runs would come off the board. So he's got to be arguing interference. Of course, coming up in about 20 minutes on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com, the Lovington Lady Cats going to open up their 2023 softball playoffs. Dawn Morgan there at Lady Cat Field getting ready for the start of that one. The Moriarty Lady Pintos in town. As now the umpire is going to, so all the umpires are getting in on the act. Yeah, all I can figure is they're arguing interference. And they will say safe, so no interference. And so that will play 2 for the Valley Vikings. And makes this a 3-0 ball game. But there is 2 down now, runners at the corners. You've got Barth at first, that's Caden Barth. That is just 1 out because they're going to say that so Barth and Barth on the corners. There we go. As Henderson scored, they did not get the out. Oh, and that one going to sail up and away. It bounces off of the retaining wall, and moving down to second will be Caden Barth. And it'll be ball 1. Sorry about the confusion there. I thought that Salinas did get the force out at second, but they say he missed the bag and then missed the tag. So a 1 ball, no strike count to Lance, and then when he tossed it over to first and threw it away, that let the second run come home. So 3 runs across, and now runners at second and third. Is the umpire going to have a discussion with Jonathan? Something about his delivery. He's already had 1 balk today. You don't want another one. Has been a bit of an issue this season for Wildcat pitching. It's a 1 ball, no strike count. A very still morning here in the Albuquerque Valley. Yesterday it was pretty breezy. Now it's just sunny and hot and just a whisper of breeze. The Lance settles back into the right side box, and Aceves will deal. Fastball swung on and missed. And the count evens up at 1-1. Lance 0 for 1. Struck out to lead off the ball game. But now he's got Barth and Barth at second and third. Just 1 down. Valley going to try and keep the line moving. Aceves takes the long look in. Hernandez flashes the signs. Barth and Barth both with pretty good leads. And taking his time. Aceves will deal in the 1-1 pitch, and that one is going to be away. Hernandez will make a great grab on it, but it gets away from him and skitters up on the right side. And that will let Camden Barth come in on the wild pitch. And so the wheels start to come off a little bit for the Wildcats. So it's now a 3 ball, 1 strike count to Lance. No, it's just 2-1. So the 2-1 count to Lance. His 4 runs have come across for Valley here in this second. As the Chavez will deal the 2-1, swung on and missed. And the count evens up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the 2-ball, 2-strike count. 3 walks and an error have led to some problems for the Wildcats. So a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Chavez with the deep breath and the 2-2 pitch, and that one right down the pipe, and Lance watches strike 3, ring him up, sit him down. 4th K of the ball game for Chavez, and now there are 2 down. So now it'll be Jaden Martinez to the plate. Martinez with a fly out to left his last time up, and I apologize about the camera focus there. Try and get that worked out, as it's been bumped pretty good there. So Martinez will step in 0 for 1. And the pitch, and Martinez takes a hack at the first one, and that one is heading to the parking lot. Please don't hit the blue tundra, strike 1. All right, 1 ball, no strike count. I'm going to reset the camera. So just be aware that the camera is resetting. I am aware of it. Trying to get the autofocus to start working again. Oh, the no ball, 1 strike count. And timeout asked for by Martinez. There we go. Yeah, I got the picture back good. So a no ball, 1 strike count. As Martinez asked for time, now he settles back into the right side box. As Chavez deals the 0-1, and that one is going to get away, and that one is going to bounce away from Hernandez and go up over by the Lovington dugout, and another wild pitch will cash another run in for the Valley Vikings, and that will make this a 5-0 ball game. So 5-0 our score. Bases are clear now, 2 outs. So Martinez will settle back in. Everybody goes back to their normal positions. And the 1-1 pitch on the way, swung on and missed, as took something off of it. Pretty good late curve on that one. And now it's a 1 ball, 2 strike count. So 1-2, Lovington trying to get out of this jam with no more damage being done. It's already a 5-0 ball game. As Jonathan, still from the stretch, will deal, swung on, and that'll be a line shot, going to find its way through, out into left center. That one is going to go pretty deep before Ochoa can get to it, and it will be a 2-out single for Martinez. So the single to left, didn't get a lot of it, but he got enough to stay alive and to keep the Valley inning alive. Now it'll be Jaden Cockerham to the plate. As timeout, now they're asking for more baseballs. So Cockerham 0 for 1, a strikeout victim his last time up. And Valley going to try and keep the line moving with 2 down. Lovington going to do everything they can to get out of this with no more damage done. For Lovington will be 8-9-1 due up in the top of the 3rd. And Jonathan looks at the runner, now pick off attempt into the glove of Gonzalez, holding on Martinez over there. He is a threat to run. And he gets about a step over there. Ethan holds him on. Salinas shades slightly towards the bag at second. And to the plate. Chavez checks the runner, and the runner will go. Good throw down from Hernandez, but it'll bounce before it gets there. And sliding in safely with the stolen base will be Martinez. Oh, now the runner at second. I'm not sure what the call at the plate was. We'll just say ball 1 for the sake of argument. No, it was strike 1. All right, we'll get that fixed. There we go. So a no ball, 1 strike count. Runner at second is Martinez. Is now Cockerham wants a timeout. Chavez trying to pitch out of the jam here. Already 5 runs across for Valley. They'd like to keep it right where it is. And the 0-1 to Cockerham fastball, and that one going to just miss outside, and the count evens up at 1-1. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. 9th hitter of the inning to come up is Cockerham. Nunez would be next if Cockerham finds a way on. So Aceves will check on the runner at second. Checks on him again. And the 1-1 pitch at the plate. That one is going to get spiked. It is going to bounce and get away from Hernandez. Oh, and we've got a little contact over there as Martinez and Weiser have a collision over at third. Looked like he slapped him and his arm came out. Now he's going to toss the glove, and he is not happy. So on the wild pitch, as Coach Ariola going to come out, and he's going to argue that Martinez interfered with a potential play and throw. As Weiser not feeling good. Coach Ariola barking a little bit. Everybody barking a little bit. Coach Ariola already been run from one game this season. So not sure he wants to get run from this one. So he's going to come over and he's going to talk to the umpire again, and we will have to have a new player going as Weiser is out as the arm not feeling good. It looks like Aiden Taylor going to go in. And so Taylor will head over to third, or rather to right field. So Taylor on with the injury to Weiser. And Micah Pondo. So Pondo going to come to third as the... So the coach is still talking about it. All right, and so Aiden Taylor will check into right field as Micah Pondo will move over to third as Weiser is out with the injury. Actually, are they going to move Pondo? So they're going to move Pondo, looks like, to second, maybe. Nope. So Micah coming over. Oh, just a collision over at third. So, all right, as Coach Ariola hollers, come on, we got to work here. Pondo stays at first. Salinas at second. Well, nope, actually, they're going to move Gonzalez to second. I'll get it all worked out here in a minute. So it's a 1 ball, 1 strike count to Cockerham, as Lovington has had to reset the infield after the injury to Weiser. And it's a 2 ball, 1 strike count at the plate. Aceves ready to go with a runner at third, and whoa, that one's going to be up and in. And that'll run it to a 3 ball, 1 strike count. So a 3-1 count to the number 3 hitter, Cockerham. Hernandez sets up. And the 3-1 pitch on the way, curveball, and misses inside, ball 4. And another walk issued. So Pondo will move to first. Gonzalez moves to second. And Salinas will now be playing at third. And now it will be Robbie Nunez to the plate with runners on the corners. And again, he was the biggest cat killer of them all yesterday and is going to try and keep things moving with 2 down. Here in this bottom of the second, 5 runs across. And 2 on. Is timeout going to be asked for by Hernandez as he's going to flash the signs. Make sure everybody knows what the situation is. You've got the force at second, or you can take the out at first with the force. With 2 outs, you got to find the easiest out to take. The Nunez will step in. Scored on a earlier this inning. And he walked, so he's officially 0 for 0. And the hit and run on is that one up in the air. Going over on the right side, that one is going to be caught at the wall. We can't see back behind that dugout, but Pondo goes over and Nunez will pop out to the first baseman. But the damage is done as the Valley Vikings will put 5 runs on the board. We'll take a timeout, come back. 3rd inning on the way. Wildcat baseball continues in a moment.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Valley gets 5 runs on just 1 hit, 1 error committed by the Wildcats, and Valley leaves 2 stranded, but they take the 5-0 lead as we head into the top of the 3rd inning. I'm TJ Miracle flying solo today. Dawn Morgan with the Lovington Lady Cats at Lady Cat Field as they open the softball playoffs today. Matter of fact, that game should be getting underway here in just a few minutes. Best of luck to the Lady Cats. So for Lovington, as they try and claw back from a 5-run deficit, Patrick Sanchez will lead it off. He'll be followed by Cameron Ochoa, and we'll turn it over to Cesar Salinas. So Patrick will step in, seeing his first at bat of the series, and the first pitch from the lefty Gilliam is going to be low for ball number 1. So the 1-ball, no strike count just underway here in the 3rd, and the pitch swung on and missed. Gilliam took a little bit off of that one, and Sanchez unable to connect with it. So the count evens up at 1-1, and the 1-1 pitch fastball outside corner, strike 2. So a 1-ball, 2-strike count. There's Gilliam, a very quick worker, and the 1-2 pitch, and that one will be low and in. And the count evens up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. So the 2-2 pitch, 2-2 count, I should say. So Patrick settles, and Gilliam will deal the 2-2 pitch, and the looked like a cutter there came in, and Sanchez over the top of strike 3, 5th K of the ball game for Gilliam, and there is 1 down for the Wildcats. So now it'll be Cameron Ochoa to the plate. Ochoa 1 for 2 yesterday. And the first pitch to Cameron, that one's going to be low for ball 1. So the 1-ball, no strike count. 1 down, Cats trail by 5. Need to get the offense going, and the 1-0 pitch swung on, and Cameron gets just under that one and shoots it with authority back to the brick retaining wall just to my left. And the count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1-ball, 1-strike count. As the umpire will give it back to Gilliam. And the 1-1 pitch, curveball swung on. That'll be a ground shot. Heads over to the shortstop as Martinez up and will take it over to first in time to get the out. 6-3 for out number 2. Cameron hit it pretty hard, but right at the shortstop Martinez. So that'll turn it back over to Cesar Salinas, top of the lineup, 2 down. Salinas 0 for 1, but would like to get a 2-out, something going for the Cats. Outfield playing fairly deep. Barth in at the corner at 3rd, and the first curveball is in there, strike 1. It is a very good pitch for Gilliam, especially to the righties. And the 0-1 delivery swung on, and that one up into the netting. And so now it's a no-ball and 2-strike count to Salinas. So an 0-2 count. 2 down for the Wildcats, nobody on. And the 0-2 pitch from Gilliam, curveball swung on and missed as he gets Salinas down swinging, his 6th strikeout of the ball game, and the Cats go 1-2-3 in the top of the 3rd. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. Valley 5, Lovington 0. Wildcat baseball in the playoffs continues in a moment on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Norley Hospital District proudly announces they now offer extended hours in both Lovington and Hobbs medical clinics for all of your minor injuries, minor illnesses, and minor wounds. Norley is working diligently to better serve you. Call ahead for appointments for Lovington Medical Clinic Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Call 575-396-6611, 396-6611. And for Hobbs Medical Clinic Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Call 575-433-3000, 433-3000. Norley Hospital District, united in service, trusted for life.
The Wildcats go 1-2-3 in the top of the third. We head to the bottom of the third with Valley up 5-0. I'm TJ Miracle leading off for Valley to be Alex Gilliam, followed by Caden Hohola. Then Ricky Henderson. It is 5, 6, and 7 due up for Valley. Lovington needs to tighten it up, lock it down right here to keep this a 5-run deficit. Gilliam, a strikeout victim his last time up, and shoots that one up into the netting. And that'll be strike one. Oh, no ball, 1 strike count, just underway, bottom of the third. Valley with the 5-run lead, 5-0 the score. From the stretch, Aceves gets the sign and the 0-1 pitch swung on, and that one is going to be popped up over on the left side as Salinas will go over into foul ground and misplays it. No, looked up and just couldn't quite handle it. So it'll wind up just being a long strike 2 to Gilliam. No balls, 2 strikes. He's got to be feeling like he's got a little extra life now. Oh, a no ball, 2 strike count. Of course, Salinas playing at third, not his accustomed position after Weiser got hit and injured in a collision. With a Valley runner at third. And the 0-2 pitch, and that one is going to just miss away for ball 1. So it's a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Of course, winner of this series will move on to the quarterfinals next Thursday here in Albuquerque. Lovington can't worry about that at this point. They got to worry about getting out of game 1 here today. As Aceves has the sign from Hernandez, and the 1-2 pitch swung on, and that one's heading to the parking lot. So Gilliam will stay alive, and it's a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Gilliam, Hohola, Henderson due up here in this bottom of the third inning. So Aceves going to take the long look in. Hernandez sets up towards the middle of the plate. I'll shift around a little bit, and the 1-2 away for ball number 2. 2 ball, 2 strike count. There's Gilliam back in, going to try and help his own cause out, pitcher on pitcher duel. Outfield deep, infield pretty much their normal positions. With the changes, of course, having to be worked on the fly. And the 2-2 pitch, that one going to sail away, ball 3. And it will run the count full to Gilliam leading it off. Pondo at first now. Gonzalez moves to second. Garcia still at short. Salinas now over at third. In the outfield, Sanchez, Ochoa, and Taylor. Wade Taylor out in right. So a 3 ball, 2 strike count. Aceves takes his time. And now deal the payoff pitch. Curveball swung on and missed, and ring him up, sit him down. Gilliam goes down swinging. 5th K of the ball game for Aceves. And there is 1 down for Valley. So that'll bring Caden Ahola to the plate. He walked and scored a run his last time up, officially 0 for 0 with the walk. And now Ahola will step in. Nobody on, 1 down. Wildcats need a clean inning if they can get it. Aceves gets it, takes it to the belt, takes the deep breath, and the pitch up high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strike count. Pretty good crowd on hand this afternoon. Well, still morning, turning afternoon here at Valley High. Watching a little Saturday playoff baseball. And the 1-0 delivery, and that one is going to run inside corner. Late break on that one. Good pitch from Aceves, and it'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Sola steps out, looks down at Coach Kuhn. Now he's back in. Jonathan comes high and then sets at the belt. Hernandez ready to deal. And the 1-1 pitch, and that one will be away, ball number 2. So the 2-ball, 1-strike count. Valley trying to get the series sweep. Lovington trying to keep that from happening. So Chavez working in the sunshine today. And the 2-1 pitch, and that one will be high and away, ball 3. So now the 3-ball, 1-strike count. 1 down here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. As Hernandez going to take a moment and trot out and have a quick word with Jonathan. And while we've got a moment, say a big thank you to our friends at Western States Insurance, Lee County Electric Cooperative, Bob's Thriftway, Lasco Construction, Eunice Pump and Supply, Norley Hospital District, IPS Incorporated, and Areola Chiropractic, making Wildcat and Lady Cat playoff baseball and softball possible. Of course, big thanks to some of the other folks you see there on the screen, making the Cats and Lady Cats possible all season long. So the meeting at the mound is over as Hohola will settle back in. 1 out, nobody on. And the 3-1 pitch on the way, swung on, and that one is going to be hit in the air to shallow center field. That one is going to drop in front of a charging Ochoa, and Hohola will have the 1-out single. So single to shallow center. And now there is 1 on and 1 out, and Ricky Henderson to the plate. Henderson walked and then scored on a Lovington error. And now Henderson will step in as pretty good gust of wind. Felt pretty good. I wished it would continue. No, Henderson settles into the right side box. Runner at first to Ahola. Jonathan will check on him. And he will go at first movement, and the pitch swung on and missed, and the throw down not going to be in time. So Hohola with the stolen base. Strike 1 at the plate. As the attempted hit and run, but they still got the man to move. So runner at second now, and an 0-1 count to Henderson at the plate. Gonzalez shades towards second. And to keep Hohola honest. And the pitch from Aceves swung on and missed. Jonathan just reared back and threw the fastball up there and said, hit it if you can. And got it by him. So now it's a no-ball, 2-strike count. 0-2. Aceves takes the long look in as the signs get relayed out. Hernandez will set up on the outside quarter. Jonathan checks the runner. And the 0-2 pitch, and that one is going to be down low. Nice job by Jaden to keep that one in front of him. So the count will stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Or rather go to 1-2, I should say. Then the 1-2 count, of course, just underway. Back in Lovington. Lovington Lady Cats, Moriarty Lady Pintos. Catch that game over in the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel. It's a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Here at Cordova Field at Valley High, and the 1-2 pitch, runner goes, and the throw down to third as sliding and going away from the bag and getting away from the tag of Salinas is Hohola. Hernandez, or rather Henderson, though, strikes out, bring him up, sit him down, 6K of the ball game. But now there is 2 down for Valley as Camden Barth to the plate. Camden walked, had an RBI with the walk his last time up. As the netting, moved the camera off a third there. So Barth will step in. 0 for 0 with a run scored. And an RBI to his credit. But 2 down now, runner at third. And the first pitch to Barth swung on and missed, and it'll get away from Hernandez, and it'll skitter up the line. And another wild pitch will cost Lovington another run. And it will make this a 6-0 ball game. It was strike 1 at the plate to Barth. Aceves is going to take a moment, tie the shoe. Now the base is cleared as 1 run across for Valley. Manufactured run to be sure. A couple of stolen bases around a single. And then a wild pitch. No ball, 1 strike count to Barth at the plate. Aceves will deal the 0-1. That fastball going to run inside. And the count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. Of course, our coverage from the state baseball and softball tournament will continue next week from here in Albuquerque. We know we'll have Eunice baseball and probably softball. They'll announce the 1A, 2A softball seedings tomorrow. And the 1-1 pitch swung on, and that'll be a chop shot. Salinas handles it at third, fires it over to first, and it'll be bobbled by Pondo. And so reaching on the second Lovington error of the ball game, Camden Barth reaching on the E. I'm gonna have to call that one on Pondo. Of course, Pondo not the normal first baseman. Pata is, but Nick out here in this ball game. And then with Weiser being injured earlier in the game, Lovington down its 2 starting corner infielders. So now it'll be Caden Barth to the plate. Caden 0 for 1, reached on a fielder's choice, had an RBI, and then scored on a wild pitch. Pondo going to hold the runner on at first as Barth will take the first one off the fists and head it over to the netting over by the concession stand for strike 1. So no ball, 1 strike count. Cats trailing 6-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Valley has scored 1 this inning. They'd like to get a few more on if they could. Lovington would like to hold it right here if they can. Top of the lineup, Lance waits on deck. So the leadoff for the courtesy runner, Lescue, over at first. And the 0-1 pitch swung on, and that one is heading out of play for strike number 2 as Lescue was moving on the pitch. So a no ball, 2 strike count as the Chavez will look in, trying to get out of a jam here in this bottom of the 3rd. Get Lovington back to the dugout and back on the offensive side of things. And the 0-2 pitch, and that one going to be low and gets away momentarily from Hernandez. Lescue was moving. So he will take 3rd, or rather 2nd. And so now it's a 1 ball, 2 strike count at the plate to the number 9 hitter, Caden Barth. Lescue stands at 2nd. Gonzalez shades over that way to keep him honest. And the 1-2 pitch, runner goes, and he will get over there with no throw. Sorry, I got to reset on the camera again. So another stolen base. And it's now a 2 ball, 2 strike count at the plate to Barth. No, a 2 ball, 2 strike count. Outfield plays deep. Infield got to just worry about getting the out at first. So the 2 ball, 2 strike count. As Aceves will set, he will fire in the 2-2 pitch, and that one is going to be up and in, ball 3. So a 3 ball, 1 strike count now. So that'll run the count full to the number 9 hitter, Caden Barth. Trying to find a way on and turn it over to the top of his lineup. 1 run across. Valley trying to manufacture another one here. As Aceves deals the payoff pitch up high, ball 4, and loses him. Another walk given up by Lovington. That is the 6th walk of the ball game. So that'll turn it over to the top of the lineup, and Chris Lance, he is 0 for 2. Lance 0 for 2, and there are Vikings at the corners. Lescue at 3rd, Barth at 1st. And now Lance steps in. He is, as I mentioned, 0 for 2. Lovington would like to make him 0 for 3. As the runner going to immediately go, and a little bit of confusion. They're going to go out and try and get the rundown going, and the tag happens before the run can come across, and so Barth gets caught sleeping, and he'll be out 1-6-3 for out number 3, and so Lovington gets a bit of a break. 1 run comes across for the Valley Vikings. As we head to the 4th, it's Valley 6, Lovington nothing. More Wildcat baseball in a moment from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
IPS Incorporated is a proud member of this community. IPS is the turnkey solution in the oil patch. One call to IPS for your upstream and midstream solutions. comprising of dirt work, electrical, pumping, and crane service, plus your automation and control, is all handled with one call. One call for every aspect of your oil and gas project. Google IPS Hobbs or simply call 393-1417. IPS, the turnkey one-call oil and gas company.
Dust blowing and the change of weather causes you to feel yucky. Sinus infections, congestion, or even just a routine cold. Chiropractic care can help you. Areola Chiropractic Center helps patients feel their best. See for yourself. Check out Areola Chiropractic Center's Facebook page. Areola Chiropractic Center, helping patients feel better, one spine at a time.
For the Valley Vikings in the bottom of the third, they put together one run on one hit. Lovington commits one error and one runner left on base. And they take the 6-0 lead heading to the fourth. Let's go ahead and give you your lines for this one through 3 complete. For Valley, 6 runs on just 2 hits. They've committed one error and they've left 3 runners on base. For your Wildcats, no runs, no hits. They've committed 2 errors and they've only had 1 base runner. So looking to change that as we get started here in this top of the 4th inning. Luis Garcia leads it off, then Micah Pondo, and then Jonathan Aceves. So it'll be 2, 3, and 4. 2 for the Cats. Luis with a hard ground out to the shortstop his last time up. So Luis going to lead it off and try and get something going for the Cats, trailing by 6. Do or die must-win game for Lovington to force the game 3 in the series. And now Garcia will step in as Gilliam will deal, and that one will be away for ball 1. 1 ball, no strike count. As Garcia out, now back in. Barth in on the corner at third a little bit. And the 1-0 pitch, and that one will be over the outside corner. Luis watches it into the glove of Barth. And the count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So a 1 ball, 1 strike count. Gilliam kicks and fires, and that one going to be low for ball 2. So the 2 ball, 1 strike count. Of course, lefty on lefty matchup here. As Gilliam will kick and fire, and that one's going to be up high and gets away from the catcher Barth. Nobody on, though. No harm, no foul, but now it's a 3 ball, 1 strike count. So Luis going to want to look for something he can handle here. As Gilliam ready to go, and the 3-1 pitch, and swings at a high fastball. And that will run the count full. So the 3 ball, 2 strike count as the temperatures climb up here in Albuquerque, and the payoff pitch swung on, and that one is popped up over on the right side. As on the run is Barth, and that one is going to fall at the fence line. And so Luis will live to see another pitch as the count will reset 3-2. As Barth and Gomez trot back to their respective positions. They had a long way to run. There's a lot of foul ground back behind the Lovington dugout on the third baseline. Same really for the other. And the payoff pitch this time as Luis gets a piece of that one. Heads it out to the parking lot. So he's fought off a couple of pretty good pitches from Gilliam to stay alive. Garcia, 300-plus hitter on the season. And the payoff pitch, and that one will be high. Ball 4 as Garcia will work the leadoff walk, and the Cats have their first runner since the first inning. So now runner at first, nobody out. And it will put Micah Pondo to the plate. Micah reached on an error and then was left stranded in the first. Infield goes to double play depth, outfield playing deep, and the first pitch to Pondo. Off speed, outside corner, strike 1. Garcia, pretty quick, over at first, leads off. Ohola holds him on. Gilliam from the stretch, and the 0-1 pitch, curveball missing away. And the count evens up at 1-1. Pondo will step out. Now he settles back in. Gilliam, the quick worker, looks over at Garcia at first. Now comes to the plate, swung on. That one is lifted high in the air, over into foul ground in right field. And coming over and making the grab is Henderson. So the fly out to right in foul ground. And there's one down for the Wildcats. Now it'll be Aceves to the plate. Jonathan going to try and help his own cause out here. So Jonathan will step in. One down, runner at first. Cats trailing, but trying to start threatening here in the fourth. There's the big breath from Gilliam, and he'll come to the plate, swung on, and that'll be a hard shot. It's going to be bobbled by the third baseman, and he's going to try and throw it across the diamond, but not in time. And so the E5 will have everybody safe. So Garcia at second. That one bobbled by Barth. He made a strong throw across. Coach Kuhn going to come out and argue that he got him in time, and he's going to talk to the umpire. He looked safe from here. It was a good throw by Barth and still almost getting the speedy Aceves, but not to be. And so that'll bring Hernandez now to the plate. So 2 on, just 1 out. Lovington dodging a bullet there on the second Valley error of the ball game. That had double play written all over it. And that may have led Barth to maybe try and rush that a little bit, thinking about turning 2 instead of getting it in his glove. As Coach Kuhn going to come out and talk to his infield. 2 on, just 1 out, a 6-run lead for Valley. And Jaden Hernandez to the plate. As Aceves going to have a courtesy runner going for him. That'll be McMullen. So McMullen into courtesy run. You'll have McMullen at first, Garcia at second. As the umpire going to head out and break up the meeting at the mound. Just trying to keep my camera from getting too tangled in the netting there. So the meeting at the mound is over. So 2 on, 1 out. Lovington trails by 6, but threatening here in the top of the 4th inning. And now Hernandez to the plate. Jaden with a hard ground out to Cockerham his last time up. 0 for 1. As the umpire going to put it in the hands of Gilliam. So he'll check the runners at first and second. And come to the plate. And the first pitch is right down the pipe. Strike 1 as Hernandez watches it into the glove of Barth. So the no ball, 1 strike count. Garcia, pretty good lead at second. McBride, good lead at first. The 0-1 pitch, that one going to be low. Barth will knock it down, keep it with him. And the count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1-1 count, Lovington threatening here in the 4th. And the 1-1 pitch, and that one is going to be low. Ball 2, good eye for Hernandez. Where's Hernandez, the catcher? Good eye, hitting over 300 on the season. And the 2-1 pitch, fastball swung on. That'll be a hard shot as Barth will gobble it up at third, fire across the diamond to first to take the shore out. That's the smart play. And so Hernandez will be out 5-3 for out number 2. It will move Garcia to third and McMullen to second. And so now runners at first, or rather it's second and third. There is 2 down, though, for the Wildcats. And it'll be Ethan Gonzalez to the plate. Ethan, 0 for 1. And the first pitch to Gonzalez will be high for ball number 1. Well, the 1 ball, no strike count. Lovington 2 on, but 2 out. And the 1-0 pitch, and that one is going to be a curveball that comes in low, blocked up by Barth. And it will be ball number 2. And with 2 ball, no strike count. And the pitch curveball, that one is in there. We're called strike 1, so a 2 ball, 1 strike count. McMullen at second, running for Aceves. Garcia at third. And the 2-1 pitch swung on and missed. Ran the fastball by Ethan. And the count evens up at 2-2. Of course, Nick Pata would normally be hitting in this spot. Ethan would normally be hitting in his place, but because of an injury, and that one will be low for ball 3. So Pata and Weiser both out. So Lovington running a little bit thin. And now it's a 3 ball, 2 strike count. Payoff pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. As Gonzalez will go down swinging, and it will end the Lovington threat in the 4th. After 3.5, it is Valley 6, Lovington nothing. We'll be back in just a moment. Wildcat Baseball continues on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
The Wildcats threatened but come up empty in the fourth. No runs, no hits, one error committed by the Vikings, and 2 runners left on base. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Valley leading this one 6-0. I'm TJ Miracle. Great to have you with us. It'll be Chris Lance leading it off. So for Valley, you got 1, 2, and 3. Due up Lance 0 for 2. And was actually at the plate when they caught Barth in a rundown to in the third. So Lance will step back in, and now he'll step out. Jonathan Seves still on the hill for the Wildcats. He has gone the distance so far and has only given up 2 hits, but some errors and some walks have really cost the Wildcats. And now he's ready as Jonathan will kick and deal, and the first pitch fastball just missing away, ball 1. So the 1 ball, no strike count. Cat faithful groaning a little bit about that one. Ump has been consistent with that call right there, and the 1-0 pitch, and that one will be low, ball 2. So the 2 ball, no strike count. Coach Kuhn trotting over to his third base box a little bit tardily, but he's out there now. And the 2-0 pitch on the way, swung on, and that one will be lifted high in the air to deep center field, going back at the wall, and making the grab is Ochoa right at the wall. I think that robs a home run from Chris Lance, and it winds up just being a long fly out for out number 1. So Ochoa bailing out Aceves on that one. If that one is about another 30 feet to the right, it's probably out of here. You've got a 25-foot difference between dead center and the right center alley. So now it'll be Jaden Martinez to the plate. And the first pitch, Martinez will take that one high in the air. That one is going out to left as Sanchez over and camps out and will make the grab about 15 feet in front of the track. Another fly out for Valley. Ends it out 2 down. And the number 3 hitter, Jaden Cockerham, to the plate. Cockerham 0 for 1, struck out in the first, then walked and was left stranded in the second. So Cockerham will stand up and stand in, 2 on, nobody out. So now 2 down as Aceves will deal in the first pitch fastball outside corner. Great pitch, strike 1. So the no ball, 1 strike count. Not much breeze here. What little there is blowing right to left. And the curveball, it breaks, but not enough. Going to stay high for ball 1. Jonathan throwing that about 11 to 5 breaker. And the 1-1 pitch, and that fastball, yet at the knees, right over the heart of the plate. Good pitch. Yes, sir. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Lovington trying to get the clean inning. And the 1-2 pitch on the way. Curveball and breaks, but not quite enough. And the count evens up at 2-2. Jonathan's got that pitch working. It is a knee buckler. Outfield deep, infield normal positions. Aceves deals the 2-2 pitch, and that one going to get spiked, ball 3. And so that will run the count full to number 3 hitter Cockerham. Robbie Nunez waits on deck. And that's probably the last thing the Cats want to see. Although they've held Nunez today 0 for 1. He did walk and score, but As the payoff pitch on the way from Aceves swung on, and that'll be a hard shot, going to find its way through between third and short as Sanchez will come over and corral it. So it'll be a 2-out single for Cockerham, and that'll bring Robbie Nunez to the plate. So the cleanup hitter will step in with 1 on and 2 out. A 6-run lead for the Valley Vikings. Lovington would like to keep it right where it is. So Nunez will step in. If you're Lovington, you need to be a little careful with them. As Aceves checks the runner at first, runner goes, and the pitch swung on, and that one is going to be popped up, golfed up behind second base, and making Gonzalez bobbles the ball, and that will score Cockerham, who was running on the pitch. So Nunez will reach on the E4, and Cockerham will score, and that will not go on the earned runs of Aceves, but another error, third error of the ball game for Lovington, and that puts Valley in a pretty good position. Is now to be Alex Gilliam to the plate. Gilliam, the pitcher, is 0 for 2. He is struck out twice, now trying to help his own cause here in the bottom of the fourth with 2 out. Hernandez flashes the sign. Nunez leads off first. Not much of a threat to go. And the pitch, and fastball inside corner. Good pitch from Aceves. And it'll be strike 1. So the no ball, 1 strike count. Nunez kind of faked off a first. Jaden was ready to go down there if he thought he had a play. So Gilliam back in as Aceves looks over at Nunez's first and comes to the plate, swung on, and that one is shot back into the retaining wall for strike 2. No, a no ball, 2 strike count. 1 run across on an error this inning. Aceves has only given up 3 hits in the ball game, but 6 walks and 3 errors have not been his friend. Of course, got kind of a triage together infield with Pondo at first, Gonzalez at second, Garcia still at short, and Salinas moving over to third, with Pata being out and Weiser also being out. Jonathan checks the runner, and the 0-2 pitch fastball, that one actually a breaking ball, in the dirt, and it'll be ball 1. And 1 ball, 2 strike count. Valley going to try and keep the line moving. Lovington wants to get out of this one with no more damage done. It's a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Jonathan will set. Checks the runner. And the 1-2 pitch fastball swung on. And that one is hit high in the air to left field. Coming on, coming over. And, oh, missing it. Sanchez misplayed the ball. And that will get Nunez home. And so another error cost the Wildcats another run. So Gilliam will reach on the E7, and Nunez will score and make this an 8-0 ball game. The Cats can just not buy a break. So now Caden Hohola to the plate. He's 1 for 1, has scored twice, had a single last inning. So the 4th error of the ball game bites the Cats. And so now Hohola singled up the middle his last time up. Will step in, runner in scoring position. It looks like we'll have A.J. Chavez on running for the pitcher Gillian. So Chavez to run for Gillian. There's that Velarde. Can't tell if that's a 5 or a 2 out there. One's 15, one of them's 12. Back to the plate, though, with Hohola. As Aceves checks on that runner. And timeout asked for very late. So timeout asked for very, very late by Hohola at the plate. Now Hernandez is going to go out and have a discussion with his battery mate. So the Cat faithful not happy about that, as Aceves was already in the wind when timeout was granted to Hohola. He'll step back in. Runner at second as Jonathan will check. And the delivery to the plate swung on. That's a hard shot. Going to be gobbled up at third by Salinas, and he will fire across the diamond to Pondo in time. 5-3 for out number 3, but the Valley Vikings will Frankenstein a couple of runs together as they lead this one 8-0. We head to the 5th. Wildcat Baseball continues in a moment on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington. Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
And welcome back to Wildcat Baseball here from Valley High School, the opening round of the 2023 playoffs. Game 2 of this best-of-3 series. Valley in control, 8-0. In the bottom of the 4th, Valley gets 2 runs on just 1 hit, 2 errors committed by the Wildcats, and 1 left on for the Vikings. For the Wildcats, as we head into this top of the 5th inning, it'll be up to Aiden Taylor, Patrick Sanchez, and Cameron Ochoa. It is 7, 8, and 9 due up. So Taylor on in relief will get his first at bat of the series. As again, I apologize about the netting, kind of moving the camera around. I'll keep up with it as good as I can. I might just slide that back a little. So Taylor will step in. His first at bat, Gilliam on the hill, and his first pitch to Taylor will be high for ball number 1. No, the 1-ball, no strike count. Taylor trying to look for something he can handle, and he'll take that one into the park over on the right side of things, and the count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1-1 count. Cats with a big hole to try and dig out of. Gilliam, the quick worker, the 1-1 pitch, and that one is going to slide across the plate. Good pitch. Credit where credit is due always, and it'll be strike 2. So the 1-ball, 2 strike count. Taylor leads it off for the Wildcats. As Gilliam will fire the 1-2, swung on and missed. As Taylor will go down swinging. That'll be the 8th strikeout of the game for Gilliam. And there is 1 down for the Cats, as now it'll be Patrick Sanchez to the plate. Patrick 0 for 1. But would like to see if he could get something started with 1 out. Gilliam will fire, and the first pitch sweeps across the plate. Strike 1. Oh, the no ball, 1 strike count. And the 0-1 delivery from Gilliam. That one on the outside corner with the fastball. Strike 2. As he just looked like he had Sanchez a little fooled on that one. And the 0-2 pitch, and that fastball is going to be low for ball 1 as they try and take it around the horn. Always wait until it's called strike 3 before you do that. That'll be ball 1. So a 1-ball, 2 strike count. Sanchez at the plate. They'll Gilliam with the 1-2 pitch, and that fastball will be low. And it evens things up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. So the 2-2 count, Cameron Ochoa waits on deck. And the 2-2 pitch, and that one is going to be high. Ball 3, good eye for Patrick. Then the 3-ball, 2 strike count. And the payoff pitch from Gilliam, and that one sweeps across the plate. Yes, it does, as Sanchez watches it. Called strike 3, 9th K of the ball game for Gilliam. And there is 2 down now for the Wildcats here in this top of the 5th inning. So now it'll be Cameron Ochoa to the plate. Cameron with a hard ground out to Martinez. So Cameron will settle in. And the first pitch, and that one's at the letters, outside corner. Good pitch from Gilliam, strike 1. He's going to call it there. You better swing at it. Ochoa steps out. Now he's back in. And the 0-1 curveball swung on and missed as that one, good break on it. And Ochoa over the top of it. Now it's a no-ball, 2-strike count. So look for him to come back with that lefty cut fastball, I would think here. So let's see. And the 0-2 pitch, and he throws it, but he moves it outside. I'm surprised he didn't try and come in a little bit more on that one. Lovington has had trouble picking that one up. So it'll stay outside, and it'll make it a 1-ball, 2-strike count. And the 1-2 pitch on the way, fastball, and that one going to miss away as Barth tries to frame it up. Doesn't buy it. So that'll make it a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Ochoa, the number 9 hitter, wants to get this one and puts it right back up the middle. It is off the leg of Gilliam. It rolls over towards first and not going to be in time. It'll be an infield single for Cameron Ochoa, and that will be the first hit of the ball game for the Wildcats. So it breaks up the no-no. That was hit hard back up the middle. Nothing really Gilliam could do about it. And so the first hit of the ball game for the Wildcats comes with 2 down in the 5th inning. As Coach Kuhn going to come out and talk to Gilliam. I think he's just going to make sure he's okay after getting hit in the leg. Of course, going on right now over on our sister channel, the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com, the Lovington Lady Cats in action, taking on the Lady Pintos of Moriarty, 6 versus 11 in the first round of the state softball tournament. Of course, Lovington can win that. They would move up here for next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. My partner in crime, Don Morgan, has the Lady Cats right now over on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel. So turn it over to Cesar Salinas, 2 on, 1 out. Good lead for Ochoa over at first. And a pickoff attempt as Cameron slides in under the tag of Ohola. Cameron, good speed. Sometimes gets a little bit off on the base paths. As the pitch, and Salinas will take that one high in the air to right field as charging in on it is Henderson, and he will make the grab for out number 3. So the Wildcats get their first hit of the ball game, but leave him out on the base paths. We've played 4.5. It is Valley 8, Lovington nothing. Wildcat baseball continues in a moment.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat Baseball as the Cats get their first hit of the ball game in the top of the 5th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors committed, and 1 runner left on base. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. It'll be Henderson, Barth, and Barth. Whereas what Valley's thinking right now is 2 runs to walk this one off. So Henderson will step in 0 for 1. Did walk and score back in the 2nd, struck out in the 3rd. Sorry about that as the camera decided to move with the netting. And the first pitch to Henderson, a fastball high, and it'll be ball 1. So Aceves has gone the whole way, has just given up 3 hits, but 4 errors behind him have not helped the cause. So a 1-ball, no strike count to Henderson as Aceves will deal the 1-0 pitch, and that one is going to be just low for ball 2. Took a little bit off of that one, and it floats low. Coach Ariola going to relay the signs into Hernandez. Jaden will relay them out to Jonathan. And the pitch, and that one is going to be at the top of the zone, strike 1. So a 2-ball, 1 strike count. So Henderson, Barth, and Barth, 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Vikings. As Aceves deals the 2-1, and that one will be away, ball 3. So the 3-ball, 1-strike count. Lovington does not want to get a man on because that would put the potential winning run at the plate. So a 3-ball, 1-strike count. As Henderson settles in, Aceves back from the regular wind with the kick and the 3-1 pitch. Ouch, ding dong. That's going to get Henderson in the back. First hit batter of the ball game. And that will put the man over at first. So now the man at first as here comes Coach Robert Areola. And he'll get the ball from Jaden. And that may do it for Aceves, and it will. And so Aceves, his day is done, and it looks like they are going to move Ethan Gonzalez over to pitch. So Gonzalez will come in relief. And I bet we're going to have Salinas go back to second. And Aceves go over to third. So we'll set it all up for you here in just a couple of minutes as the winning run, potential winning run, will come to the plate for the Valley Vikings. And a pitching change for the Lovington Wildcats. We'll take a timeout and be back. Wildcat baseball continues in a moment.
Big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington. Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Welcome back to Wildcat Baseball as Ethan Gonzalez on the hill to try and put out the fire with one on and nobody out, and Camden Barth to the plate. Barth reached via an error his last time up, had an RBI walk and scored in the second. So now the righty catcher will step in. Good lead for Henderson at first as Gonzalez will deal the first pitch outside, ball 1. So the 1-ball, no strike count. Cats want no runs to come across. Is what they want to do for Valley. They want to get out of here. Is that one going to be popped up and will get out of play? And the count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. For Gonzalez, not really overpowering. He has good movement. Relies on inducing weak contact generally. So Barth will settle back in. Henderson leads off of first. Pondo holds him on. And the 1-1 pitch swung on, and that one is hit high in the air to shallow right center field, as coming up and making the grab is Aiden Taylor. So Barth will fly out to right, and there is 1 down now for the Valley Vikings. So 1 down, and now it'll be Caden Barth to the plate. And that one didn't get deep enough for Henderson to move along, so he will stay over at first. Pondo, Salinas, Garcia, and Aceves are in field now. Sanchez, Ochoa, Taylor in the outfield from left to right. And so now it'll be Dylan Lescue on to hit for Barth. So Lescue, who's been courtesy running, now will check in as a pinch hitter for the third baseman Barth. As A.J. Chavez waits on deck. So pinch hitter in, that is Lescue. Runner at first is Henderson. They're going to try and let the bench win it for him. As Gonzalez from the stretch deals outside fastball, and it'll be ball one. So the 1-ball, no strike count. Your Valley, all you want to do is just keep the line moving. 1 on, 1 out. And the 1-0 pitch, and that one going to be in the turf as falling down is Gonzalez. They've had to do a little groundskeeping on that mound today a couple of times. Looks like he just kind of hung up in his landing zone a little bit. So a 2-ball, no strike count to Lescue, pinch hitting at the plate. And the 2-0 pitch, and that one is going to be just low for ball 3. So the 3-ball, no strike count. Lescue looks down to Coach Kuhn. Now he's back in with a 3-0 count. Gotta think he's going to have the take sign on. As Gonzalez looks at Henderson at first, Pondo holds him on. And the 3-0 pitch to the plate, and yep, takes sign on all the way. Good pitch, and it's in there, strike one. So the 3-ball, 1 strike count. Here Gonzalez just continue to attack. Runner at first, 1 down. And the 3-1 pitch on the way. Curveball swung on and missed as he gets Lescue to chase a high one. And it'll run the count full to the number 9 hitter and the pinch hitter, Lescue. Pinch hitter waiting on deck, that's Chavez. Then with 3-ball, 2 strike count. Gonzalez checks and the payoff pitch, and that one's going to be outside, ball 4. So that will put the potential winning run on the base paths as Henderson moves to second, Lescue at first. And now Chavez coming on as a pinch hitter. So 1 down, 2 on. Jaden Martinez waits on deck. Chavez, the pinch hitter, second pinch hitter of the inning, back-to-back pinch hitters with Lescue and now Chavez. Both of them have come on to courtesy run in the ball game, but getting their first at bats. So Chavez will step in with 2 outs, or rather 2 on and 1 out. Potential winning run stands at first in the form of Lescue. Pondo going to hold him on over there as Salinas going to shade over towards the bag at second to keep the speedy Henderson honest. And now Chavez at the plate. Gonzalez checks on the runners. Now Ethan comes to the plate, fastball, and that one is going to be just low for ball 1. 1-ball, no strike count. As the Cats in a bit of a jam right here. Could be a season-ending jam. They're trying to get out of it. Gonzalez deals, and the pitch outside corner. Good pitch. Evens things up 1-1. So the 1-ball, 1 strike count. Of course, this isn't the only Lovington game today. Lovington girls playing right now on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel. My partner in crime, Dawn Morgan, with the call from the friendly confines. 1-1 pitch on the way, swung on, and that one is going to be popped up into left field as coming on and making the grab using 2 hands is in Sanchez. Drops it, but that will keep everybody moving around. There, did he get it? Yep, they're going to go ahead and did they tag? Yep. So Lance drops, or rather Chavez will reach on the E7. Another error, but because they had to wait to tag up, the Cats were able to get the force on Henderson. So now 2 down, and that will bring Tommy Velarde to the plate. So Velarde will step in with 2 on, 2 outs. The catcher, he caught in yesterday's game. This is his first at bat, so 2 on, 2 out. Lovington trying to get it to the 6th inning. As Gonzalez checks the runners. And now he'll come to the plate, swung on, and that'll be a grounder. It's going to a diving stop in the hole by Garcia. But it'll be a 2-out pinch hit single for Velarde. And now the bases are loaded. Lescu at third, Chavez at second, Velarde at first. And so now we will have Jaden Cockerham to the plate, the second baseman. So 2 out, bases loaded. Cockerham with the 1 for 2, struck out in the first, singled and scored in the fourth. But now the potential winning run in scoring position as the number 3 hitter for the Vikings will come to the plate. So pressure situation here for the Wildcats. So Ethan takes the deep breath, sets at the belt. And the first pitch to Cockerham swung on, and that one is lifted high in the air to shallow center field. As coming up is Ochoa, and Kamen will make the grab for out number 3. And so the Cats manage to live for another inning as the bases are left loaded by the Valley Vikings. We head to the 6th, Valley 8, Lovington nothing. Wildcat baseball continues from the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and on HobbsAmerica.com.
Norley Hospital District proudly announces they now offer extended hours in both Lovington and Hobbs medical clinics for all of your minor injuries, minor illnesses, and minor wounds. Norley is working diligently to better serve you. Call ahead for appointments for Lovington Medical Clinic Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Call 575-396-6611, 396-6611. And for Hobbs Medical Clinic Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Call 575-433-3000, 433-3000. Norley Hospital District, united in service, trusted for life.
IPS Incorporated is a proud member of this community. IPS is the turnkey solution in the oil patch. One call to IPS for your upstream and midstream solutions, comprising of dirt work, electrical, pumping, and crane service, plus your automation and control, is all handled with one call. One call for every aspect of your oil and gas project. Google IPS Hobbs or simply call 393-1417. IPS, the turnkey one-call oil and gas company.
And welcome back. Lovington Wildcat baseball continues as we head to the 6th inning. Valley threatens to end it, but comes up empty. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error committed by Lovington, and 3 runners left stranded. So it'll be Garcia, Pondo, and Aceves due up for your Wildcats as there have been some changes out in the field for Valley. We'll catch those for you, catch as catch can. Lescu going in over at first. Let's see who's behind the plate. That still Barth behind the plate. We'll get the other changes as they become available. And so now it'll be Fidencio Lujan on to pinch hit. And the first pitch to Lujan from Gilliam going to be high for ball 1. So Lujan pinch hitting for Garcia. As Gilliam still on the hill, working on the one hitter. And the 1-0 pitch is Lujan will wave at a high one. And the count evens up at a ball and a strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. The freshman lefty. And the 1-1 pitch and swung on and missed as Lujan takes a good hack at it. That'll come up empty and it'll be a 1 ball, 2 strike count. So the Cats trying to extend their season, and the 1-2 pitch swung on and missed as the fastball. Lujan can't catch up to it, and that is the 10th K of the ball game for Gilliam, and there is 1 down now as Micah Pondo will come to the plate. Micah 0 for 2, reached on an error in the first, flew out to deep right in the fourth. So Pondo to the plate. And the wind and the first pitch to Micah, and that'll be that sweeper, and it comes inside for ball 1. With the 1 ball, no strike count, outfield deep, infield normal positions. And the 1-0 pitch swung on, and that one will be hit high in the air to deep left field, going back, and bye-bye baseball. Micah Pondo puts one out of here. Touch 'em all, Mr. Pondo, and the Cats are on the board. Their second hit of the ball game, becoming a home run. So let's make sure Micah touches third, and I'm pretty sure he did. And so the solo home run, and the Wildcats are on the board finally. They trail 8-1, but that's a good thing for the Wildcats as Micah's teammates wait for him at the plate. And so the solo shot as they come back to the dugout. Coach Ariola hollering, keep it going. That went out around the probably around 350 mark. So the Wildcats with the homers. Now Jonathan Aceves to the plate. With one down here in the top of the 6th inning. Lovington on the board, but trailing 8-1. Now Aceves to the plate. Jonathan going to settle in, ready to go. He's 0 for 2. Reached on an error his last time up in the first pitch, and that'll be a fastball away. And a little bit low for ball number 1. Top of the 6th inning, Lovington finally on the board. And the 1-0 pitch and swung on, and that one is hit to deep center field. Going back at the track is Lance making the grab. So Jonathan gives it a ride, but comes up short, and there are 2 down now for the Wildcats. Saw one like that the other way for Valley. If you hit that one probably 10 feet, maybe 15 feet further right, and it's out of here, but didn't work that time. And the first pitch will be up high for ball 1 to Jaden. Now Hernandez hitting. 0 for 2, has hit it on the ground a couple of times hard, but right at infielders. And that one going to get spiked. And that'll be a 2-ball, no strike count. So Lovington is finally starting to maybe figure out Gilliam just a little bit. Comes a 5 1/3 into it. But 2 down now as Hernandez settles back in, as Gilliam will fire the curveball in there at the top of the zone, strike 1. So the 2-ball, 1 strike count. Cats trailing by 7 in the 2-1, and that one going to sail back to the screen and come back and hit the umpire in the posterior for ball 3. So the 3-ball, 1 strike count. So a 3-1 count. Gilliam, the fast worker, will deal to Hernandez. Swung on and missed as got Jaden to come after a high fastball, and that'll run the count full. So a 3-2 count, 2 down, 1 run across for the Wildcats. And the payoff pitch swung on, and that'll find its way through between third and short. And so Hernandez will be on with the 2-out single to left. Third hit of the ball game for the Wildcats. And that'll be Ethan Gonzalez to the plate. So we're going to have a courtesy runner come in for Jaden. Nope, they're going to let Jaden run for himself. So 2 outs, 1 on, as now Ethan Gonzalez at the plate. As the pitch to Gonzalez, and that one is going to be low for ball number 1. So a 1-ball, no strike count. Gonzalez 0 for 2, and 0 for 2 and due, as they say. And the pickoff attempt, pretty good pickoff move there for Gilliam. Sliding back in was Hernandez head first. Jaden safe over there under the tag of Lescue. So the 1-0 count at the plate. And the pitch to Gonzalez, and that one going to be low for ball number 2. So a 2-ball, no strike count. As the Cats trying to extend the season a little bit more. And the 2-0 pitch swung on, and that one will be a hard shot. Goes to the second baseman as Cockeram handles it, throws it to Lescue at first in time. 4-3 for out number 3. But the Wildcats do manage to put a run across on the solo home run by Micah Pondo. We head to the bottom of the 6th. It's Valley 8, Lovington 1. Wildcat baseball continues in a moment.
Weather causes you to feel yucky. Sinus infections, congestion, or even just a routine cold. Chiropractic care can help you. Areola Chiropractic Center helps patients feel their best. See for yourself. Check out Areola Chiropractic Center's Facebook page. Areola Chiropractic Center, helping patients feel better, one spine at a time.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
The Wildcats get 1 run on 2 hits, no errors committed by Valley, and 1 runner left on for the Cats. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning, and it'll be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up. That is Nunez, Gilliam, and Hohola for the Valley Vikings. So the Wildcats finally breaking through and getting a run on the board, as we will have some changes in the field, some more changes in the field for the Wildcats, as Fidencio Lujan will go on to play first base. So Lujan on to play at first. Looks like we still got Taylor out in right. And if we've got any other changes, I will let you know as I pick up on them. So Ethan Gonzalez trying to close this one out for the Wildcats, who trail by 7. And it looks like leading off for Valley. And that is Nunez leading off, but he's going to put a number 3 out there. That is Luis Gomez. So Gomez, the right fielder, will actually be hitting for himself in this 6th inning. So Gomez is going to hit for himself, as that'll take the DH out of the game. So Gomez will come to the plate for his first time up today. So Gomez, a lefty, going to try and get the line moving for Valley. They want that run back. Lovington wants to get out of a clean inning. They had one last time. As Gonzalez will deal to the left-hander, and that one is going to be high in the air to shallow right field, and not even having to move much is Aiden Taylor. So Gomez jumps on the first one he sees, but shoots it out to right, and Taylor makes the grab for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out. That's pretty darn efficient. And that'll be Alex Gilliam to the plate. And the pitcher 0 for 3. A couple of strikeouts, reach via an error. So he'll step in. First time he's faced Gomez, and Ethan will deal that one away for ball 1. So even if the Cats don't have a miraculous comeback in them, of course, still a lot to be proud of this season. Back to the playoffs for the first time in 7 years as the 1-0 pitch. That one's going to be high for ball 2. Of course, some seniors on this team definitely going to be missed, but a lot for Coach Ariel to build on. We'll talk more about that post-game, I'm sure. And the 2-0 pitch, and that one swung on, and Gilliam gets just a piece of it to stay alive. So it's a 2-ball, 1-strike count. I say to stay alive. He didn't have any strikes on him, so therefore he just fouled it off. So 2-1. Sun beating down. I'm a little bit miserable. And the 2-1, and that one's away for ball 3. Well, the 3-1 count to the number 5 hitter, Gilliam. As Gonzalez deals the 3-1, and that one will be away, ball 4. So Gilliam will work the 1-out walk, and we'll head down to first, and now it'll be Caden Hohola to the plate. Hohola still out in the field. Started at first. Not sure where he wound up. Probably out in right, I would think. So Hohola steps in. He is 1 for 2. Has scored a couple of runs in the ball game. So runner at first is Gilliam on running for himself, as both coaches have cleared their benches. As Gonzalez will check the runner at first, come to the plate, and that one will be outside for ball number 1. So a 1-ball, no strike count. The Cats trying to get to a 7th inning. 1-0 count to Hohola. Gonzalez checks on the runner over at first. Lujan holding on Gilliam, and that pitch is going to be just low and away for ball number 2. So the 2-ball, no strike count. We are in the bottom of the 6th. The Cats trailing 8-1. And trying to get this one to a 7th. Trying to keep it out of the run rule. As Gonzalez checks the runner at first. Runner goes. Swung on and missed. Is all throwing down, and they got him as Gilliam slides in, and the tag slapped down by Garcia. And Gilliam is out 2-6, attempting to steal. And there is 2 down now for the Valley Vikings. So 2 down, bases are cleared. And it's a 2-1 count to Hohola at the plate. So now bases are cleared. So it becomes much more likely now we will at least get a top of the 7th inning. As Gonzalez will deal the 2-1 and check swing. Did he go? He think you ought to appeal that one, but all right, it's a 3-1 count. And with 3 ball, 1 strike count. And now Hernandez is going to ask. And then we'll appeal down, and the first base umpire says, nope, he held it up. It was close. So a 3 ball, 1 strike count. Ola at the plate. Gonzalez with the glove all the way up at his cap. And the 3-1 pitch swung on, and that'll be a chop shot. Gets past a diving Aceves over at third. And corralled and tossed in by Sanchez, and it'll be a 2-out double for Hohola to left. So the 2-out double will bring Ricky Henderson to the plate. And now Henderson steps in. 0 for 1, was hit by a pitch back in the 5th, struck out in the 3rd, and walked and scored in the 2nd. So now runner at second, 2 down. And the number 7 hitter for the Vikings at the plate, that is Henderson. Gonzalez from the stretch checks off on the runner. Ahola with a pretty good lead. And he'll come to the plate, swung on, and that one is going to be popped up and will get over our heads and out of play for strike 1. So the no ball, 1 strike count. Henderson out. Now he's back in as we have to wait for some more baseballs to come in. Of course, big thanks to all of our great sponsors. You see them there on the screen, making it possible for us to bring you Lovington Wildcat and Lady Cat sports. We definitely appreciate all those folks who've made it possible all season long for us to do that and to bring you these games absolutely free of charge. Unlike some folks who do charge you, we never charge you to watch your favorite players and teams and schools. And we get to do that thanks to those great sponsors there. We definitely appreciate them. It's an 0-1 count to Henderson at the plate as Gonzalez gets a new baseball. And now he'll come to the plate. Swung on and missed. Good curveball from Gonzalez. And it's an 0 ball, 2 strike count. So the 0-2 count. Gonzalez on in relief. Now he's going to step off the rubber. And they're going to call a balk on Gonzalez. I think they're going to say he started his motion before he stepped off. And so another balk will cost the Wildcats another base. As Coach Robert Ariola just kind of shakes his head and heads back into the dugout. So it's a no ball, 2 strike count. There is 2 outs, so don't worry about the man at third. And the 0-2 pitch, and that one going to bounce. Jaden takes it off the chest protector, keeps it in front of him. Will be ball 1, so the 1 ball, 2 strike count. Runner at third is Hohola. And a 2-out double, and then move to third on the balk. So a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Gonzalez going to shake a couple of them off. Jaden flashing them out, and finally they agree on one. As Ethan will deal the 1-2 pitch, and that one is going to be inside. And that'll run things up at 2-2. So the 2 ball, 2 strike count. Cats trailing by 7. But would like to get this one to a 7th inning. So the 2 ball, 2 strike count. Gonzalez looks at the runner at third and the pitch, and that one is going to be low for ball 3. So the 3 ball, 2 strike count. You do not want to lose this guy. You don't want to let Barth come up. So a 3 ball, 2 strike count. Count goes full. As Gonzalez shakes off a couple. Now he's ready. So he will set it at the chin. And the payoff pitch on the way, and that one is going to be outside and low for ball 4. So a couple more walks issued by the Wildcat pitching staff. That is their 11th, 10th walk of the game. And we're going to have a pinch hitter come in. And Jackson Falk looks like he's up to pinch hit. And I think Coach Kuhn coming over and going, who are we going to catch? And he got Velarde in the game. And so Jackson Falk will come in to hit. So Falk to hit for Camden Barth. So Jackson Falk, his first plate appearance of the afternoon with Vikings at the corners, 2 outs. Of course, just a reminder for you going on right now in the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel. Lovington Lady Cats taking on the Moriarty Lady Pintos. Dawn Morgan with that call. Again, that's on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel, also available at HobbsAmerica.com. Going on over in Rio Rancho, audio only on the Hobbs Sports YouTube channel right now. Hobbs and Rio Rancho, game 2 of their best-of-3 series. Haven't heard how that one's going from the crew we've got over there. So Falk will step in, his first at bat, and Gonzalez kicks and fires, and that one is going to be in the turf for ball number 1. So a 1-ball, no strike count as Gonzalez needs to worry about throwing strikes. Lescue waits on deck if Falk can find his way on. A 1-ball, no strike count. Gonzalez checks on the runner over at first. Now comes to the plate, swung on, and that one is going to be driven out to left field, and it'll go just foul. About 2 feet foul. And it'll be a long strike 1. So the 1-ball, 1-strike count. Falk shakes his head and is all right. Well, that's probably a 2-run shot if it gets down. The Lovington dodges a bit of a bullet. So it'll be a 1-1 count as Gonzalez will look over at Henderson at first. And we'll deal the 1-1 to the plate, and that one will be in the dirt for ball number 2. I should say in the turf. So a 2-ball, 1-strike count. So it is a 2-1 count. There we go. I got that corrected on the board. I was pretty sure I was right. I'm going to just trust my own numbers. So Falk will settle back in. As ready to go is Gonzalez. Ethan will check off on the runners. Lujan will hold Henderson on at first. And the 2-1 pitch, and that one is in there. Great pitch. Evens it up at 2-2. So the 2-ball, 2-strike count. So 2-2 the count. Wildcats trying to get to the bottom of the 7th. Valley going to try and keep things going with 2 outs. So a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Hernandez has flashed the signs. Now he's ready. Gonzalez will come in the 2-2 pitch, and that one is in the turf. As Henderson will retreat back to first, and the count will run full to Falk, the pinch hitter. So a 3-ball, 2-strike count. So Falk back in. Now he's going to step out. Gets a little instruction from Coach Kuhn. Now he's back in. So a full count to the pinch hitter, Falk. Lovington trying to get back to the dugout. 2 on and a fake throw over to first, and then spinning back around is Gonzalez. Henderson at first, a hole at third. 2 down, and a full count to the pinch hitter, Falk, at the plate. And a 3-2 the count. As the long look in. And the pitch in, swung on, and that one is going to be popped up as Hernandez gets rid of the mask, but it comes up and it will hit the shaded overhang, and so Falk will fight off a pitch and stay alive to try again. Again, a pretty good pitch there from Gonzalez. And Falk getting a piece of it. So redo it at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Vikings on the corners. Lovington trails by 7. Trying to get it to the 7th with 2 outs. As Gonzalez takes his time, now Ethan's ready. And he'll step off of the rubber and fake to throw and go to first as the Viking fans want to balk. Not going to get it. So Falk will step back in. Gonzalez back on the hill. Vikings at the corners. And the payoff pitch swung on and missed. Ring him up and sit him down. Falk will go down swinging. It is the first K of the ball game for Gonzalez, and it is the seventh of the ball game for Lovington pitching. So there will be a seventh inning as the Wildcats trail by 7. We'll be back on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat Baseball. The 7th inning on tap as Valley goes no runs, 1 hit, no errors committed by Lovington. 1 runner left on in their half of the 6th. We go to the 7th. It'll be Taylor, Sanchez, and Ochoa due up for your Wildcats, and just got a final in from Rio Rancho as the Hobbs Eagles season has ended as they fall 6-5 in Game 2 of that best-of-3 series. So congratulations to Coach Boyle getting into the playoffs and then having a couple of pretty good games against the number 1 team in the state. So now it's up to the Wildcats. They're going to need to find 7 runs if they can. It's been very hard to touch up Gilliam this ball game. The lefty, I believe he's a senior, has thrown pretty good ball through 6+ now as Taylor steps in, and Aiden will take the first pitch on the outside corner, strike 1. Aiden 0 for 1. He did strike out his last time up. On in relief of Weiser in the batting order. And Gilliam the quick worker in the 0-1 pitch, and that one is going to sweep across the inside corner and makes it a no-ball, 2-strike count. So 0-2 the count. Taylor settles back in. Gilliam ready to go, has the sign and the pitch, and that one sweeps inside for ball 1. So the 1-ball, 2-strike count. Cats down to their final 3 outs of the season. And the 1-2 pitch swung on and missed as got him swinging. That is the 11th K of the ball game for Gilliam, and there is 1 down for the Wildcats. So top 7, and now Patrick Sanchez will step in. As Barth will come over, and actually that's Velarde will come over. So Velarde is taken over at third. So now Patrick Sanchez, and he'll take the first pitch at the knees, called strike 1. So a no-ball, 1-strike count. And the pitch from Gilliam swung on, and that'll be a chopper. Picking it up at short and making the long throw over to Lescue as Martinez gets it to Lescue. 6-3 for out number 2, and now the Wildcats are down to their final 3 strikes of the season. So the Wildcats, hopes of extending the season even for another at-bat, rest with Cameron Ochoa. Oh, Cameron into the right side. Had a single his last time up. And the first pitch to Ochoa. That fastball that runs in on righties, and that one going to miss low and in for ball 1. So a 1-ball, no-strike count. And the 1-0 pitch to Cameron, and that one bounces off the plate for ball number 2. So a 2-ball, no-strike count. Gilliam trying to get another clean inning on his books. Lovington trying not to. Is Barth going to come over, have a word with his coach? The umpire dusting off the plate. Never seen anybody dust off with the artificial turf, but you do have those little BBs in there. So a 2-ball, no-strike count to Cameron Ochoa, the number 9 hitter. Gilliam trying to go the complete game and move his team on into the quarterfinals. And the 2-0 pitch, and that one is going to be high to Ochoa, ball 3. So the 3-ball, no-strike count. Cesar Salinas waits on deck. The Wildcats trying to extend their season. And the pitch, and that one going to sweep through. Take sign was on. Yeah, make him throw you a strike. So a 3-ball, 1-strike count. So now Ochoa settles back in, and the 3-1 pitch. That one will be high, ball 4. And so Ochoa will work the walk, just the second walk issued by Gilliam. And so that'll turn it over, and it'll be Danny McBride coming up to bat. McMullen, pardon me. I don't know why I wanted to call him McBride. Danny McMullen to the plate. So he's been on running, but we'll get his first plate appearance of the playoffs. So McMullen will step in with 2 outs, 1 on. Lovington trailing by 7, but trying to keep their season intact and alive. 8-1 the score. From the stretch now, Gilliam takes the big deep breath and a pickoff attempt. Back in safe is Ochoa under the tag of Lescue. Let's get that adjusted. Sorry about that. As McMullen at the plate and the pitch high as Danny will watch ball 1. So the 1-ball, no strike count. Gilliam has gone all 6 2/3, trying to get the 7-game complete game. 7-inning complete game, I should say. As the 1-0 pitch, and that one going to be high for ball 2. So a 2-ball, no strike count. As Barth going to take a moment and dunk to Gilliam to try and settle him down. Gilliam's pitch count probably getting up there just a little bit. He's probably going to be feeling a little bit tired. He hasn't had to do a whole lot of work this game, but Valley trying to close it out. Unless Lovington can find a way to mount a 7-run, 2-out rally. That will end the season for the Wildcats. So McMullen settles back in. Gilliam will check on Ochoa over at first, and the 2-0, and that one right down the slot. Knee high, called strike 1. So the 2-ball, 1-strike count. Fidencio Lujan waits on deck if McMullen can find his way on. And the 2-1 pitch, that one will be high, ball 3. So now the 3-ball, 1-strike count. McMullen steps out, takes a practice hack. Now he's back in. And the 3-1 pitch, and that one is on the outside corner as McMullen watches strike 2 in. So now Lovington down to their final strike. McMullen at the plate, pinch hitting. Ochoa at first. Gilliam with the payoff pitch, and that one is going to be high for ball 4. Runner was going. And no, that's not how it works. It was a walk. He was safe. As Salinas, or rather McMullen, works the walk, and Ochoa heads to second. So Lovington stays alive with back-to-back walks. And now to be Fidencio Lujan to the plate. So Lujan 0 for 1. So now Lovington going to try and keep the line moving. Lujan, the lefty, will step in. Gilliam still on the hill with a little bit of traffic now as the first pitch to Lujan. Fidencio takes a huge cut but comes up empty, and that will be strike 1. So the 0-ball, 1-strike count. Lovington trying to keep their season alive as long as they can. And the 0-1 pitch as Lujan takes a big hack and comes up empty on the sweeping fastball. And it's an 0-ball, 2-strike count. McMullen at first. Cho at second, and the pitch swung on, and Lujan gets a piece of that one to stay alive. Gilliam not nibbling there. He was definitely coming after Fidencio. So no balls, 2 strikes. Pondo waits on deck, and the pitch swung on and missed, and that'll be strike number 3 as Lujan goes down swinging. 12th K of the ball game for Gilliam, and that will end the Wildcat season as they fall today by a final of 8-1. We'll be back to wrap things up in just a moment. Wildcat baseball continues in a moment.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
And welcome to your Wildcat postgame show as Lovington's season will end as they go to 0-2 in this best-of-3 series as Valley takes out the Wildcats final 8-1 in this one. Final line score for the victorious Vikings of Valley, 8 runs on 5 hits. 2 errors committed, and they leave 8 runners out on the base paths. For Lovington, 1 run on 3 hits, 5 errors, and those errors were costly ones, and 7 runners left on base. Lovington's sole run coming via a solo shot in the 6th inning by Micah Pondo. So Micah with the single run on the board for Lovington in this one. So the Cats season comes to a close, but still a lot to be proud of as they got to double-digit wins. They win 11 games on the season, well up from just the 3 they won a year ago, and they will have a lot of kids coming back and a foundation for Coach Robert Areola to build on as he addresses his squad. Final address of them of the season. We would like to say a big thank you to Coach Areola and the entire Lovington Athletic Department and Lovington administration for allowing Don Morgan and myself to be a part of things for the Wildcats this season, the Wildcat baseball team. Of course, the Lady Cats playing right now on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel. My partner in crime, Don Morgan, with that one. So best of luck, of course, to the Lady Cats as the Wildcats season will come to an end. Our broadcasts have been brought to you from here at the state tournament by Western States Insurance, Lee County Electric Cooperative, Bob's Thriftway, Lasco Construction, Eunice Pump and Supply, Norley Hospital, IPS Incorporated, and Areola Chiropractic. Next week, with all the Lee County teams who make it up here, we will be here with them. We know we'll have the Eunice boys coming up on Thursday morning at 10 o'clock as they take on Loving from the community complex up here. And then hopefully we'll have the Lovington Lady Cats for you on Thursday morning as well. And we'll just see how it all works out from there. And with that, my friends, we will put a wrap on this one as the Cats fight valiantly but come up a little bit short in the end. For Max and Tiff back at One Radio Square, keeping an eye and an ear on things for Don Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long. This has been an exclusive presentation of New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports with rights purchased by New Walmart Broadcasting from the New Mexico Activities Association. Have a great weekend, everybody.